Well, it was good to have some guys back. Obviously, that was we saw it in practice yesterday. We were a different team. Mike, Eddie, Eddie at full speed, and then obviously Mike. So, I mean, not too much of a surprise. I mean, you can't. And Rondell was out, still out. But when you take guys out, it changes everything. And you put guys back in, it changes everything again. So, but we handled it well and beat a really good team and did it by a good margin. Obviously, the 28 assists stand out, plus 12 on the glass. The 16 turnovers, obviously had some at the end with the big lead, but I thought we did a good job for the most part. And then the 69% from the field, Steve mentioned, was the third highest, and you took, and the first two were when I played. And I must have been the guy that missed the shot. So that was I'll take the blame there. So that's pretty amazing. But we weren't shooting a three, so that had something to do with it then. Yeah, no, I mean Eddie was tremendous. Obviously defensively, the bigs they hurt us last game. Obviously Boone hurt us last game. That was our priority. He got in some foul trouble, but we really though Eddie started it, Sully and Xavier were tremendous. But the ball pressure was a big part of that, and our deflection numbers were where we needed to be, even beyond. And Damian with the 11 assists. Mike was Mike, and I can't believe. I mean, 34 minutes, but again, we were very conservative with this thing coming back. I mean, he'd practiced 4 times. So we felt pretty good that he was ready to go from the start. So it still takes a little bit of time, but he was really good defensively, which is what we needed, and that's where we've suffered the most. People, I tried to get that message across to our guys, but it wasn't getting across. And defensively is where our numbers changed dramatically with those guys out, and for obvious reasons. I mean, your depth is really evaporates. Overnight, and that's what happened to us. But our depth was key tonight, and Mike was great. Our three, the three spot was very productive. The four spot was very productive. I mean, all spots were productive. And Hade's a better player now because of what we've gone through. So I think that makes us a better team going forward. No, I just felt we were a new team ready to go, and so. But hopefully, I don't think we're playing different. But I mean, it was we put a I wanted to take that away because I wanted to show our guys we put up yesterday was here's our net, this is where we are, you guys have got to write stories and it's going to be end of the world, but we're fine and we're good and this is our time, and that was the message. So that was the message. That's your guys' job to put that out there. And we were whole. I don't know what else. It's pretty simple. You look a lot better when you have all your guys and not guys playing different spots, different positions, different roles, and so what it is. So this is our time, is what we said, and we made that very clear. And I think it's kind of different because we knew we knew Mike was ready, and not a guy not ready, because he'd been practicing. We'd seen it, and we knew we'd be better right away. And Eddie out there too, especially yesterday. So everybody knew it. There was a sense. Yeah. I mean, he loves assists. I mean, almost to a point of. But I love guys like that, and that's why I've always liked. I mean, recruiting them out of high school, and you guys stole them at Memphis from us, Stephen. But now you're following him around. But I recruited him. He wasn't like the heavily recruited guy, but I was sold on him from day one, and that was why. I also liked his toughness. And I know he kind of struggled at Memphis, kind of minutes went down, but he came in here ready to go and has been tremendous and obviously a big part. And the great thing, too, about those two guys, I think, is that, and it happened right away, they liked playing with each other and they knew they were good for each other. And that was evident from day one. And that's not normal. A lot of times guards kind of have there's friction and there's back and forth, but those guys there's none. And probably even more so now they appreciate each other because they've seen the struggles of one without the other. I wish we didn't have to go through that, but it makes you stronger. And like I said, it made Hade better.
Can you talk about Monica Peavy's game?
Yeah.
It seems
He does. I mean, he's still wearing the back brace, and like I think we lead the country in back braces worn during games or the little like Star Wars light up thing we have that they have on their backs before games. But he's, you're out for games, you don't come back at your best, and now I think he's playing a little bit more comfortable um, in health wise, and so I think that's where we're at. But he's. I think also is getting those guys and playing those minutes and keeping them both fresh and hungry and ready and quicker and more active than the guys they're playing against is huge for us. And the more times that we can have them playing both well, we're certainly a different team. But Mike and Damian make them a better team, better players. So that was great to see for them. Chuck, we went 8 for 15. Obviously, who struggled from three, but we're going to get better shots with the three guards playing now at the level they're playing at. That's just a given. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you Monday. It was a great crowd. I don't know. I mentioned.